Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. As you guys can tell from the title of this video, today's video is going to be a little bit different than my normal videos, and I was a little bit hesitant to release this video, especially at this point in time. But what I've learned in my life is sometimes it's okay to ask for help. So I hope you guys will just hear me out, hear what I have to say, and whatever you guys decide to do, just know that I'm always eternally grateful for every single one of you, just for supporting my journey and for listening to me and keep watching my videos. So let's dive right into it. Alright, so I don't know how to really get started on this, but I'm just going to try and dive right into it. I'm sorry, it's not a big deal, it's not something that I would like to do. Personally, I like to not ask people for things, but as you guys know, I've not been able to play on tour for about over a year now, and just due to COVID and situations, it seems like we might not be able to play until possibly next year or the end of next year. So usually I'm playing in China and Taiwan, as most of you guys know. The way things are going with Malaysia vaccinations, I think I might only be vaccinated towards the end of this year or the beginning of next year, just because of my age and me not being one of the priority classes. So considering that vaccinations are probably something that we're going to need to travel, it's something that I obviously would like to do, but that's not the point of this video. It's just that seeing that I'm not going to be vaccinated anytime soon, it does not seem like I'm going to be able to play on the tours that I am usually playing on. Another thing that has caused many sleepless nights is the fact that I might not have a card or a tour to play on after this COVID situation passes, because it might be 2 years that I'm not able to compete and the tour might send us all back to Q school. Which, I mean, I understand, but at the same time, it's a bit scary to think that not only am I not going to be able to do my job for a few years, but once this situation kind of settles down, I'm going to lose my job. So what I've tried to do is obviously look for alternatives, and as many of you guys know, if you're in America, it's one of the places that is kind of open right now. People are still playing tournaments, so it is a place where people can go and travel to. So obviously, I don't have a Symetra tour card or an LPGA tour card. If I did, I would obviously be playing on the tours. But I did a lot of research, and one of the tours that I found is a relatively new tour, but it's called the Women's All Pro Tour. And it seems it's something that I would definitely like to do. To just give a little bit of an explanation about the tour, it is 11 events held over around the areas of Texas and Arkansas. And it is over about a 4-month period, so it's from April all the way to July, and they do it in a way where it leads up to Q school, which is usually in August. So the reason why I thought I was not only grateful to find this tour, but learning more about it, it really made me think that this is what I want to do. So the WAPT tour gives you, it's basically the step up tour to the Symetra tour, and obviously the Symetra is the step up to the LPGA. And the only way to really get into the Symetra tour right now is to go through Q school. So this WAPT tour gives players an opportunity to, if you perform well, obviously, you will get slots to go play on the Symetra tour. And if you perform well, you also get to skip the first stage of Q school. So that is a big deal, because they also did not have Q school last year. So there'll be a massive field this year if they do host it. So that being the case, being able to skip one stage is going to be a massive advantage. And I have applied and talked to the organizers of the tour, and they said that I am eligible for the tour just because I am holding a card on multiple other tours, so I am eligible to play on this tour. And because it is a mini tour, I don't know if you guys know how mini tours work, you basically cannot really make money from it. People go in there with intentions to seeing the bigger picture. So obviously me playing in there is a step towards my goal, which is to play on the LPGA tour. So what am I asking you guys for? This is the hard part, because I'm asking you guys to help me financially. It's something that I really do not like to do, because I would much rather handle it by myself. But as you guys know, I've not been able to really earn an income over the past few, like more than a year. So it has been quite difficult, and it is going to be very expensive for me to go and play on this tour. As I said before, it's not really a tour that you can make money on. So I will attach everything information that is going to be linked down below. But basically, I've set up a fundraiser over there. My aim that I've written is to be able to raise 25,000 US dollars. And that's the thing, it sounds like a huge amount, and it is, because obviously I need to fly to the US. Each tour, the entry fee is about $600. So for me, that is times 4. So it's about over 2,000 Malaysian ringgit. So it's a lot of money, and that's just the entry fee. So what I'm asking for you guys is, I know 25,000 seems like a lot of money, but I think if we flip it around and think of it in another perspective, I almost have 25,000 of you guys on here, and of course I'm not expecting every single one of you to donate, but if each of you guys donate $1, that would send me to the US to play on tour. And I know many of you guys want to watch me play on tour and want to watch me compete, because I have been posting videos and just practicing. But as you guys know, as a golfer, you need to compete. There's no substitute for playing on tournaments, and not playing for 1 year is bad enough. If I wait for COVID to pass, it might be 2 or maybe 2.5, maybe even 3 years before I compete again. And when I compete again, it might be going straight to Q school. So to me, that is just not only very stressful, but it's also very unrealistic, because you can't expect to be competing against people in other countries who are still competing while I am, stuck here in lockdown, not being able to compete for more than 1 year. It's not realistic. It's not going to work out well. So I basically have been looking all over the internet, looking for alternatives, and this is the best one that I've found, and it is honestly a really good option. Not just being able to go and play on tour, but also being able to expose myself to a different field. I think there will be a lot of players, because obviously everybody who was not able to go to Q school last year will try and play on this tour. So it will be competitive. It is going to be tough. Obviously, girls have been playing throughout this whole period of COVID, where I have been stuck at home and not competing, but there's no running away from it. I need to get back into competition. So I'm asking you guys for help, and as I said at the beginning of the video, if you guys can or cannot donate, I am 100% grateful for you guys no matter what. But if you guys are able to donate, and if you guys are able to share this with your friends, I would be eternally grateful, because as you guys know, my goal is to make it on the LPGA, and sitting around, I might not be able to go to Q school until I'm 27 or even 28 years old. And sure, age is not a number, but age is just a number. But at the same time, it's like, I do feel like I'm being left behind. So I am trying to do something about it, rather than just sit down and stress myself out and have sleepless nights. So I did try to do what I can. So right now, obviously the other problem is we have a very small window of time to try and raise these funds, because the first event starts in the beginning of April. So I know that I'm asking for a lot, but if you guys are able to donate, please, and thank you very much for all your donations, whether it's $1, $10, whatever it is. I'm really, really grateful, because you guys are helping me not only achieve my dreams, but also just ensuring that I'm going towards the right path versus going backwards, which is what I would be doing if I don't play on this tour and if I don't compete, because I would be losing my tour cards just because I've been sitting around doing nothing, which obviously is not what I want to do, but it's just because of situations right now. So anyway, I will link the link down below if you guys are able to donate. Again, eternally grateful. I will also, in the link, there are also a whole bunch of costings and my tournament schedules and things like that, so you guys can go check out kind of how I went around this whole budgeting of 25,000. And yeah, thank you guys so much for listening to me. If you've made it all the way to this part of the video, as I said, thank you very much in advance for all your donations. If not, thank you for just listening to me and hearing me out. And if you can't donate, wish me luck. So yeah, I really do hope that I'm able to raise the funds. I will keep you guys updated, obviously. And yeah, thank you guys so much for listening to me, taking a chance on me, for believing in me, and I really hope that I am able to make you guys proud.